Good morning, good morning. Today we're going to be taking a look at XRP, some Bitcoin, some liquidity, and the Sigma coin. So, all right, we've been working through this setup here where we've been coming down off of this flat, looking for the finalization of this structure to give us the final takeaway on when we're all done with this thing. So, as of right now, because we swept and created a lower low here, the expected count that we're looking for is one more sweep of the lows to come down and close out everybody who's longed thinking that was the bottom and was all excited. So they're going to crush them one more time. So we would probably expect to see somewhere in the ballpark of 2.04 will be the -3 deviations. You can see how here on the 4-hour reactive these fibs are, or I'm sorry, these VWAPs, with the tagging of the fair market value, back test of -1, maybe a little bounce, work through, bounce again, work through, and then we just kind of work our 5-wave move to the downside. So now checking in on our current structure, ultimately we have a lot of chop through here, and it's kind of trying to identify what this is. But this guy right here makes me think we've completed at least the A leg to the upside of the larger ABC. And what I wanted to point out to you was this structure right here was the most telling of kind of what we've been experiencing, and this is why I think we may have one more leg higher, but then ultimately a rollover. So we're going to find out which direction we go here in a moment. So here's your ABC down, and then here is an ABC up, and so there's that move. Then we've got a 5-wave move to the downside. So we've got 1, 2, and then this guy I'm counting as 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's your 5 for 3. Then we're going to roll up to this guy for wave 4, right about where we are now. One more 5th wave down, okay? That's kind of how I'm checking it right now. And, you know, and of course there can be, that's how my normal count is kind of looking at. A subsequent count at this point could also be that this is completed for the full 5 waves, and we actually are already done with the 5-wave move. So we have this setup right here, right there, there, and there, and there's your 5 waves already finished for wave 1. But the point is regardless of where we're at, this move could be a continuation for a larger ABC, or this is just a wave 2 move back up to here to 236, and then we officially roll over, and then that's where everything breaks down. So that's what we're watching for right here, this guy. See if we can continue and break through this next region. So we're kind of in a little bit of no man's land, but the point being is this is a 3-3-5, and so this flat structure that's currently in play here very likely is going to be the ABC that we're looking for in the larger trend. So, all right, so now let's go back out to the macro view and get an idea. After all that, you're like, okay, well, what are we doing? Well, we've got 2 pathways, and we're just kind of trying to figure out which one is going to be the one that we're playing with ultimately here. And actually, let me do that. There you go. And we're going to end up seeing that if this is in fact the A leg, this is the B leg, and we have a C leg in play, we could expect a potential run to the upside of a move for a larger A, and then this would be your B and C right here. So we could possibly push up into a kind of low energy 618, possibly even further, but the full rejection would be here at the 262 number for an equal move. But we know we have all this resistance right here specifically. And so if we are going to cross under this guy, then that's where this would be the potential for this to roll over. But my thoughts right now is that that is not what we're doing. We're currently under wave 1. Wave 1 we didn't cross yet, or if we did, it was just a little bit, which is what you can see here on a falling wedge. We can see that we crossed the wave 1 breakdown of this larger 5-wave degree to the downside. And so this would be a cross, and we would end up having one more sweep to the lows. And then that would be it. We'd be done. So this final leg, though, that's what we're checking. So this is the area of view. Do we break above 236, continue on, or do we roll over and continue from there? So I'm considering this right now currently as a wave 2 of the larger 5-wave move to the downside. So we would end up having a 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there we go. Good enough. Close enough. You know, it's following that trend line. So, all right. So that's how we're looking at it now. What's making me think that we may have some more to go is Bitcoin. So here's Bitcoin, and we got to look at the size of the structure. So here is this ABC down, ABC up, ABC down, and now we would have a new ABC up right here that would take us back within to this wave 4. So Bitcoin hasn't done this move yet, and it's been holding back, just chilling. And we're expecting it to get somewhere between 106 and 107 for this next leg, somewhere in here. And it could stop right underneath. It could also cross and still be valid with a falling wedge structure. But the size of this makes me think that Bitcoin has one more leg up. So you would think then that with that, also XRP would also have one more leg to the upside. So right now the main slant that I'm doing is I'm looking for a long with a tight stop through here in the expectation that it's either a continuation and my count is wrong somewhere and we're moving higher, or if I can't get my long established here at this level, then we will look for a rejection here at 236 or a possible higher rejection, possibly even as high as 250, and then a rollover to complete everything out, and that would look a little strange. So then you say, okay, well now, if we're having some trouble finding the count here on the USD chart, how is our market cap chart looking? Well, we've got some good confluence here that we are probably already done, and this is just a wave 2 move back up into this level before the rollover. So we can see we have 1, 2, 3 legs built already. In here, you could see a B, C completion, and then this is your beginning first 5-wave move to the downside with a pullback up here, and then we'll finish that 5th down this direction as it wraps up its final leg to finishing out this flat after going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we got 1, 2, 3 up, AB, so your ABC up for wave 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that completes our 5th for the flat. So, all right, now liquidity also supports the idea of coming lower, because here's your liquidity all stacked up on the 24-hour, and this is all fair games. These are all the people who came into the game late. They're already thinking they got the bottom, and then one more sweep down to get them all cleared out would be the meanest thing before sending. So that's pretty great. And then we also have the Sigma coin doing its thing. So over here on Sigma, we've got ourselves a flat structure as well. We ultimately, as far as the low is concerned, we held that wick right there with this backfill. And now we're just kind of working and grinding, but this is definitely looking like a potential bull flag setup here for the next leg higher. So what I really want to see, and the cool part is we're basically kind of in this wedge. Again, we're a little bit underneath it. This wedge goes back way far, and we could see that we've been kind of just tagging it as we've gone through, and then we've deviated below, back in, and below, and this is normal. You can kind of deviate out of a wedge pattern before a reversal happens. So I want to really see this get back into that wedge, confirm the wedge, break down again, and then one more swing higher. So that's how I'm looking at this larger overall play of Sigma coin right now. So RSI on the dailies turning back up again, so this is great. So we should continue to see that play, and then the 3-day is also having a potential reversal playing out here as well. So I'm thinking some good things are coming in. And so Sigma's leading the idea that we could, in fact, either see its own organic growth, or in addition to that, it is working on a breakout here to the upside that will ultimately continue as we see a potential weakness in XRP sweeping one more low, or possibly just completing its wave 4, coming underneath it on the market cap and then breaking down. So, and Bitcoin giving us one more C leg and then rolling over for its final 5th for the larger 5 waves to the downside of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm thinking 96.3 is where my target is. So, all right, and that would just put us right back down into the supply level right there. So, and close that final gap. So, all right, thanks for checking in this morning. But this is how we're looking at the structure for the whole thing. So I'm thinking a little bit more upside, and then one more big shakeout. And the question is, will XRP do it with an impulsive breakout level, or will it in fact roll over for that one more low, which would check with its count and its market cap, along with Bitcoin giving one more squeeze and then one more breakdown. So, all right, guys, hopefully that was helpful, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.